Hello everyone, and thanks so much for tuning in today for today's drawing program. Today we're going to be drawing some silly spring bunnies. Okay, so grab your pencil and your paper. We're going to start by sketching out the bunny. We're going to give the bunny a round circular head shape with long, tall bunny ears, and then go ahead and add the shoulders. So then you can go ahead and add the face. So you want to draw round circular eyes. You can always make them ovals, or you have fun here. You could totally add diamond shaped eyes, whatever you want. And then a mouth, a nose, and whiskers, and you can kind of see the shapes that I'm drawing here. I'm also now adding in little lines that represent the fur of the bunny. So to do this, what I'm doing is drawing using a really small little line, like little tiny marks that are kind of fur-like, and I'm drawing them going around the facial features. So you can see how I drew kind of a line around, like a ring around the eyes, and then a little ring around the nose. And now I'm just going in and adding another row of fur, and I'm adding a few extra in there. Now I'm adding some on the top of the head as well as on the side, just to go ahead and show you that eventually we will fill up the whole bunny with these little lines that represent the fur. So you can see I'm just adding that in, and now adding the fur on the shoulders, like the edges of the shoulders as well. And then of course a little bit of fur around the ears too. Okay, so from here, I'm just gonna keep adding these little tiny lines. Be patient here as you add those. I think it really looks nicer, the ones that are really small. You can see I made them a little bigger around the outside of the face, and I really like the texture that the little ones have that are on the ears. So I'm gonna try to add more of that kind of style, the smaller, shorter lines. It takes some patience. Don't rush it. Just have fun. Enjoy the process of kind of going slow, making lots of little marks. So I'm making a silly bunny. So you can see here I'm adding in little glasses that I'm gonna add in later, but just so you can see that I'm gonna go ahead and do that at some point. But for now, I'm gonna keep on drawing in the little fur marks. And really, if you're ready to go ahead and do this part in ink or marker or colored pencil, you can use whatever materials. You don't have to continue using just a pencil for these lines, especially if you intend on tracing over them. If you feel comfortable just to go straight into an ink pen, for example, that's probably a good idea, because if you're going to be making, let's say, 200 little teeny tiny marks, it could be frustrating to have to trace over all of those. So you can see I did go back over my whiskers to also make those lines a little bit thicker, just because I want my whiskers to stand out. Now I am going to add just a few extra little lines of fur underneath the head there, and that will make it look like there's a cast shadow from the head onto the shoulders, so that just gives a little extra dimension. So you can do that in other places if you want to have like, you know, eyebrows on your bunny, for example, or you could have a shadow over the ears, whatever you want to do. All right, just a few more marks here. Hopefully you are making a really adorable fluffy bunny. I can't wait for you guys to finish these. It's gonna look so great. And you can make your silly bunny doing all sorts of funny things. Maybe he's wearing a little hat, or mine, I'm gonna have him wearing a little pair of glasses. And you can think about what you want to do in the background. So the spring part of this made me think about just doing some kind of fun, colorful, springy background. So I want to do something really bright. But before I do that, I do want to add a little bit of shading in with maybe colored pencils or crayons or whatever you have on hand to make my bunny gray. Now, you don't have to do a gray bunny. You could do a pink bunny, or you could leave it white, or whatever color you want. Maybe it's silly because it's a rainbow bunny. This is a great opportunity for you to be really creative here. So I hope you take that and do something fun with it. So after you finish the bunny or whatever you want to, just go ahead and start working on the background. You can do that. I just want to add a couple little details before I finish my background. So some highlights on the eyes, highlights on the glasses, and also the glasses lenses, like the glass part of the glasses. I'm adding little green polka dots because that seems like a good silly move for this silly rabbit. So then I'm just adding in some flowers into my background, lots of different layers and colors. Now that my background is really colorful, I'm just going to add some more lines with my ink pen to outline the flowers that I drew or that I painted earlier, or whatever I'm using in this digital version. Maybe you wanted to use watercolor or colored pencils or markers or crayons, and then I'm just going to draw on top of it. And now I'm just adding splatters of paint and just fun textures here. So remember to be creative. Feel free to do a couple different versions of this project where you have a series of funny bunnies doing silly things and whatever they're doing in the springtime. So have fun and make sure that you tune in for our next art project.